convinced myself that I could be possibly playing video games for more than a couple of days, 3 days at most, and now I've really convinced myself that it's a good idea to do a day zero stream. Let's turn this down a little bit. All right, so this is a really dumb idea. I should not be doing this. It's a dumb thing to do. And let me try to reach out to people that might give a shit about this. That this is indeed happening. That I am indeed torturing myself with this bullshit. Time to determine once and for all if I will actually play Walden, a game, as a day number 0 stream. Oh, God. Not sure why I agreed to do this. But here we are. Here we are. Playing a thing. A thing that I know for a fact will not make me happy. No, sir. Will not make me happy in any way, shape, or form. It will just make me sad. Just truly, truly, truly sad. But away we go. So we're going to do two things. We are going to play the game from the start for about an hour. And then we will load up our save from the last time. That's when we had some engine issues. I seem to believe that there might be an issue with the itch.io version of this game. It might be an older version of this game where the late portion of the game is not running Unity as well as it should be. If that's the case, then I will cut this. We will not do this for a charity stream, because I'm not going to give us all eye blood and ear blood. But it also could have been a heating issue with my current setup, which I have only recently solved. For whatever reason, the environmental texturing stuff with this game is a little bananas. Oh, sorry. Give me some minute to set up so is that this is hopefully a little bit better. But anyways, yeah, for whatever reason, even if I run this game on the lowest settings, the environmental shit in this game is just... It's not necessarily taxing, it's just... It has a lot of weird particle effects that can overheat my current system.
Because I wish to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and not, when I came to die,
Okay, I seem to recall that I've enabled subtitles in this, but if needed, I can increase the volume a little bit.
The marrow of life, to To live so sturdily and Spartan-like is to reduce it to its lowest terms. And if it proved to be
I
more,
genuinely don't want to play
to get
this.
the whole
I think
and
that this is a
genuine
bad
newness
idea.
of it, or if it were sublime, to know it by experience.
And I think I will raise a $0. Oh, hello. Okay. So already I'm starting to realize that maybe the engine issues that I was having with this game might have been that heating problem that, again, I have only recently solved.
When
But
I wrote
again,
the following pages,
now I
or
still
rather the bulk of them, I lived
need
alone
to,
in the woods, a mile from
do
any
this.
neighbor.
No one is making you
in
play
a house
Walden.
which I had built myself.
You
on
know,
the
I mean,
shore
no
of
one's making you
Walden
play
Pond
Devil May Cry
in
2.
Concord, Massachusetts.
And look at you,
and
Mr.
earned my living
Invincible.
by the labor of my hands only.
I forget. How do I run? Ah, yes, shift. Okay,
When I
now,
first took up my abode in the
Walden,
woods,
a video
house
game,
was not
actually
finished.
doesn't want you to
It was a
speedrun it.
pleasant
But
hillside where I
fuck
worked,
that. We're going to add in
covered with pine needles,
some game
through
mechanic,
which I looked out on the pond,
game
and a small open
mechanicals.
field in the woods where
We are
pines
going
and
to
hickories
speedrun
were
Walden.
springing up.
Okay, so yes, I understand. All right, one, we're gonna build this fucking house. Just you watch. I just... Oh, man, will you look at that? We're out of energy. I passed out. Literally passed out. So, good. We now know that we can indeed pass out, and that's obviously not good. So we gotta zoom in. We need to go from weary to revived. I'm sorry. Okay. We now need to listen to the nature. We need to listen to nature. Uh-huh. You can kind of see that it's, all gray. That's because I don't have any inspiration. I'm gonna make this fucking house. Just you watch. Make this fucking house. That's step number 1. Make a fucking house. We gotta mend our clothes too. The bean plantation is gonna be the biggest pain in the ass for this speed run. And we are definitely hungry. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at our house. We are very tired. We need to check out this fireplace. As a game, it is baffling. Yes, I agree. You get some sick gratification from this. Cool. Fully rested. Okay, cool. Now we are going to read our letters. I want to share people that Jim Cummings is an accomplished voice actor in here. Yes, I get it. Cool.
My family in acquiring a house near Concord, and there we are now.
He's a video game voice actor
July,
man
1845.
who
Dear Mr. Thoreau,
There is some of
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
I need to
fitness
make
in
my
a man's
clothes.
building his own house that there is in a bird's building
of the
its
many
own
things
nest.
that this game spent a lot
Who
of money on.
knows, but if men
Jim
constructed
Cummings.
their dwellings with their own hands
And you know what?
and provided
Not even
food
get
for
get angry
themselves
about
and
that.
families simply and honestly enough, the poetic faculty would
I
be
find this one to be the
universally
most
beloved,
finicky
as
of the
birds
mini games that you can
universally
play in
sing
this
when they
thing.
are so engaged.
In part because for some reason the end goal, like the release point, is really, really painfully finicky. Just it's a very narrow window. How do I sound? How is audio? Okay. How are we? We're fully rested. Now we need to get food. Okay. What is that letter?
July 4th. 1845. Dearest Henry,
We're going
congratulations
to.
on the start of your
Yep,
experiment.
that's
I hope that the
this,
work goes well and the
oversaturation,
My
like
residence was
this
more
saturation
favorable,
of
not only
the
to thought, but to serious
visual.
reading
Not
at a
digging it.
university.
This like
And though I was beyond the range of the ordinary
sepia
secluded
tone kind of
library,
thing looking
I had
thing
more
that
than
happens
ever
when
come
you
within the influence of those books which circulate around the world.
I don't understand how I can reverse this kind of bad look. It's not good. It's not a good feel. It's not a good look. I'm of the opinion that fishing is probably the best way to get food. And we can do that by doing this. The only problem is that the bean plot will probably go unattended on the first day.
Interesting.
Audio's good. Thank you. If you could fish. Yeah, I know where the fishing rod is. It's just as we're doing this, we're going to also pick up some firewood. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but Thoreau would never kill a bird with a stone. For that would be man's ill-fated, ill-gotten conquest of nature. When one must live in cooperation with nature. I thought that root was red squirrel. Okay. Ah, yes. So I listen. Look. Notice how the color is back on the screen. I looked at that squirrel so hard it gave him inspiration, and so the audio, the visual, the look of the game came back. I had to look at that squirrel real good. Yeah, I got a fish. I'm gonna eat that shit. Okay. Let's get a fish again. Okay. Got it. Got another fish. Cool. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to get our lantern. We are going to make a beeline, pretty hard beeline to the bean plot. We're going to get a good start on the bean plot. We are not going to finish it. Generally speaking, what happens is that I'm able to maybe pick some of the weeds. Got those plants. I could have gotten more of the arrowheads, to be perfectly honest there. I'm a little weary. Yep, I know. See, I've been running so much, I lost inspiration. I need to find an animal to hopefully inspire me. Where did that fucking arrowhead go? We can pick it up another time. So, we're gonna pull up the map. Oh, nope, I wanted the map. Oh, no, wait, the map is on the journal. M is letters. Okay. Right, that hair. These animals. Gotta be careful. What animes did you buy? You get like Nadia. Get some. How animu was it? Was there a booby lady on the cover? Where's the fucking... Okay, I'm just in front of... It says I'm in front of the beam plot, but I don't see it anywhere. Ah, here it is. Wait, what? Nope, I missed it. I overshot it. This fucking game. Ah, here it is. Shit, we're not gonna get a lot in here. Oh, Clanad. Wow. You liked Robotics Note when I asked you to play it, right? Because if you liked Robotics Note, you will like... Did you see Rio Starwin's going to do a full narrated playthrough across all 3 days of the Giant Bomb Community Endurance Run of Robotics Note? And I was like, you know, I know you have, like, aspirations of, like, voice acting, because apparently he's got some decent range on his voice, but I was like, man, that seems like a fucking real gnarly thing to do. A visual novel across 3 days. The same visual novel across 3 days. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I used to do the... At our cabin. Please. I could never do it. The idea of playing the same game... I used to do it. As you know.
What are you doing now? Emerson asked. Do you keep
As
a
you know,
journal?
I used to do it.
So I make my first entry today.
You are very tired. So because we spent our... energy, even though we slept, we are sore. Now, the fun thing about the bean plot is that once you get past the picking the weeds, it's a very easy system.
Interesting.
It's a very easy system to wrap your mind around.
July
Okay.
1845. Dear Henry, you've told me
Okay,
the
so we
story
got a letter
of this
from
difficult
Ralph Waldo
Indian
Emerson.
legend without borrowing.
We've also, I believe, gotten a letter
So I've
from...
left one
Nope,
for
yeah,
you
that's the
in my
same
front
guy.
yard
Yep,
by the
yep,
chopping
journal.
Do come
Okay,
by
so
any
I
time to fetch
forget,
it.
we'll tap the
Perhaps we can
journal.
discuss the new lecture I am working on with
Borrow an
my
axe,
colleague,
which means to
your
go
friend,
to
Ralph
Emerson's
Waldo
place.
Emerson.
But uninspired. Notice how it said I'm uninspired. So I get my inspiration back by looking at animals and just listening to them live. You're only doing 12 hours. That seems like the right choice.
Interesting.
I wish I could do that, but I've got a weird masochistic bent to me. Don't kink shame me. Okay. Okay, wait. Don't shame me. I'm good. You can where is the bean plot? So I was literally just here. And there's already all these weeds. Fucking weeds. Like, what the fuck? This is probably the most tedious part of the game. It's still not the weirdest part of the game. No, sir. As you recall, getting the cutscene about him talking about being thrown in jail for tax evasion, boy howdy, that was a scene. That was a scene, boy howdy. I tell you what. That was a scene. I tell friends and family about that scene. Well, look at this pine cone to get my inspiration back. You want to talk about Muv-Love? Yes, I would. So, you've only gotten one ending, I seem to recall, correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong. Because my favorite ending occurs on an alien spacecraft wherein some pretty gnarly stuff happens to a certain male character. So if you have no idea what I am talking about, I will shut the fuck up. You need to talk about Muv-Love? So have you gotten to... Do you at least have an idea as to why the Americans are fucking everything up for humanity? Okay, so I will shut up. Do you understand why the Americans have officially fucked everything up? You finish alternative. So, I mean, that's the last true Muv-Love game. The one that's, like, takes place in, like, Germany is fine. It's okay. It's kind of like the weird Code Geass OVA where you follow that bozo who's like a European soldier, and he talks a little bit about what it was like to live in the shadow of Lelik. Even though, you know, that's not what you're looking for. Oh, that's a speedrun tactic. There's also after. I don't consider that a full-fledged. You will discover why I don't consider that a full-fledged Muv-Luv game. It kind of is, but it also isn't. It's like saying that here's how I would describe Muv-Luv the Day After. Muv-Luv the Day After is a full Muv-Luv game if you consider Robotics Note Episode 0 a full Robotics Note game. Which, yes, but also no. Okay. So I want to just say that, like, I'm kind of glad that they didn't do what they did to Higurashi and Umineko in terms of the art style. That Muv-Luv still is that cheesy doujin style art style. I don't think it's good. We literally have one more plant to do. So here's what we're going to do. We are probably going to run back, rest up, and then come back, and then probably make a beeline to Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's the most 90s character design. I mean, yeah, it's that and the fact that, you know, look at the design of the plug suit. Like, even by Gunbuster standards, they're pretty bad. Even by G Gundam standards, they're pretty bad. Somewhat rested. Fully rested. What? What, my friend? It's the fact... Yes, I know there's a lore reason why the plug suits are the way they are. I mean... Wait, journal. I'm lost. I just overshot it. Damn it. Okay, ugh. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Oh, just really bad. It sucks. It's really bad. Okay, so I'm a man of industry. I'm a man of my word. Let's go. We are going to go to our buddy Ralph Waldo Emerson, pick up our first mission. Okay, spacebar. In a journal. Yep. Talk to Jim Cummings. Find out what he's up to. So what do you want to talk about? What is the last part of that game that blew your mind? What's the last, like, oh my god, Jesus! They just bit that anime boy's head off. Like, what was the last real thing that fucked you up? Because I'm here for you. I am your fellow... I am your fellow... Muv-Luv recipient. Man. Yes, everyone dies. Okay. It's pretty
Very
great,
good
isn't
to
it?
make your acquaintance, Mr. Thorough. Your sister seems to believe our thoughts and
Yes.
philosophies are very much
Sumika
alike.
is a brain in the
It's good to
jar,
find
and it
you
fucks
so
up
interested
him
in finer
mentally
fruits of thought.
to the point to where he's not able to comprehend that everything that he's lived through and experienced is basically it's a figment of his imagination. He realizes that kind of everything's a fucking sham,
Hello.
and that, you know what,
Oh,
maybe the
Henry,
aliens should just
How
win.
goes your new experiment? Has genius struck yet at my woodlot?
Yes, in fact, the experiment is going quite well.
Excellent to hear.
Certainly.
Well, thank you. I know you're quite busy with your own work.
Yes, I have seen it and can get it for you.
Well, that's wonderful. When you come,
I look forward
It
to
actually gets worse
now.
in the other books, or I'm sorry, the expansion pack things. It actually gets even worse there. Because we're fully rested. And we are now inspired because we talked to our buddy pal, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Yes, you should, but I also feel like you're better off just reading the wiki. I mean, you've gotten one ending, right? Like, you've gotten one ending. So I would say get the optional endings, and when you feel like you're ready to
Every
check
day or
out
two, I
the
stroll to
wiki,
the village to hear some of the gossip,
just be
which is
prepared that the
incessantly
community
going on
that's
there,
around Muv-Luv
circulating
has
either from
a
mouth to mouth
1990s,
or from
early
newspaper to
2000s
newspaper,
sensibility,
which,
and
taken in
that
homeopathic doses, was really as
you
refreshing
are
in its
going
way
to
as the
fucking
rustle of
hate the
leaves
people
and
who wrote
peeping
that
of
wiki.
frogs.
But also, it's your only place to really get a good synopsis of certain things that are really difficult to read. It was basically the same thing. Some of the
All
optional
sound
endings
heard at the
are
greatest possible distance
even
produces
worse.
one and the same effect, the vibration of the universal lyre. Just as the
I mean, not
intervening atmosphere
worse
makes a
as in,
distant
like,
ridge of the earth interesting to our eyes
bad.
by the azure tint it imparts to it.
Just worse as in things end up real bad for Takaru. I kind of fucked this up. But learning. It's an important thing to do. Where is the axe not here? The axe is not here. Oh, there it is. So I have to fucking pick the axe up. So see, this is... You now have the axe. Okay. Okay. That's what we actually needed the most by coming to Emerson's place. You think, but then you need to realize two things in terms of picking different girls to confess to, or they confess to you, is which girl do you want to be in a miserable state in the post-game? Because there's one girl who,
Many
if you
men
pursue
walk by
them,
day, few walk by night.
think back
It's a
to
very
all the
different
girls
season.
that end up, based
Chancing
off
to
of the
take a
first ending you
memorable walk
got,
by moonlight
that end
some
up
years
like
ago,
kidnapped
I
or
resolved to
deaded,
take more such
and
walks
or
and
the
make
ending is
acquaintance with
ambiguous in
another
terms
side
of what
them.
has happened to them. But you find out why it's ambiguous with some of them, and when horrible things happen to the girls, goddamn, some pretty fucked up stuff will happen to Tekaru. You know how some of the girls got, like, kidnapped and shit? Yeah, it's fucking bad. It's bad news. He has to join them in their quest of misery. Let me just real quick hit pause because I want to find out which ending that I'm thinking of. Right. So you might actually want to watch. You might need to play the day after. Because the day after does some stuff. The day after does a lot of stuff. You might. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna need to find out what happened. I'm not gonna say anything other than this. You need to find out what happened to Takeru and Sumika. You're gonna need to find out. And how the unlimited alternative timeline inspires the extra timeline. That's the key. You need to understand how the alternative and unlimited timeline inspires the extra timeline and then the cross-timeline version of Sumika.
Interesting.
That is all I am going to tell you. I've given you all that I can give, my child.
Our
Just
whole
know
life is startlingly moral. There is never an instant's
some
truce
bad
between
shit
virtue and
going to
vice.
happen to that young boy.
Goodness is the only investment that never
He's
fails.
not going to be a happy boy. He's going to be a very sad boy. He's not going to be happy anytime soon.
Wishing to earn $10 or $12 by some honest and agreeable method in order to meet my unusual expenses, I planted about
he
2
planned
acres
stuff
and a half of
to make
light
money.
and sandy. In the course of the summer, it appeared by the arrow.
And now he's going to...
which I turned up in
This is
home,
my favorite
that
part.
an extinct nation
These
had
arrowheads. I
anciently
bet
dwelt
that
here.
there was an ancient civilization before the white man here. Durr. What if we could live like them in nature? God. This shit. But no, yes, you must... If you believe that Sumika is just a brain in the jar, you're close. But you got a lot more to learn. Got a lot more to learn. Oh shit, I almost got the cairn. At our cabin.
I learned that it would cost incredibly little trouble to obtain one's necessary food,
Mm-hmm.
even in this latitude. That a man may use as simple a diet as the animals, and yet retain health and strength. My house was on the side of a hill, immediately on the edge of the larger wood, in the midst of a young forest of pitch pines and hickories, and half a dozen rods from the pond, to which a
So I can
narrow
just
footpath
tell
led
you
down.
now that, like,
In my front yard grew
the whole premise of
unnecessary
Higurashi is that
growth
it's a
from
fucking
animals
alien
supplied by
virus
me,
thing, right? Like,
accurately enough, be distributed
I can
under the
just
several
say this
heads
now,
of
right?
food,
Like, we can
shelter,
talk about that.
clothing,
It's
and
not that
fuel.
big of a deal.
For not till we have secured these are we prepared to entertain the true problems of life with freedom and a prospect of success.
Like, the whole alien virus shit. Yeah, it's not a weapon, dude. It's a microbial... Are you... Did you actually think it was a weapon? No, it's not a fucking virus. The Himonizawa syndrome? You... The Erie Institute, they found out that it's just, like, fucking... So, Takano had level 5, okay? And Erie's the one that has to find out about the cure. Takano is the person who's actually in charge of the Erie Institute. They have to use the research to prove that the infection is some sort of weird thing. Then you have, like, Emergency Manual 34. Takano was trying to use it to become a god. And in Kodo Higurashi Ken, or Hen, the syndrome originates kind of like in some sort of weird supernatural process. And if you read some of the journals, you know that there's this weird, mysterious, interdimensional, like, thing. They're these people. And, like, Hanyu says a bunch of stuff in Outbreak. She even, if you do her, like, some of her optional dialogue, she's, like, talks about her brothers and sisters. So, like, it's a parasitic infection. It came from the Hanyu people. And the Hanyu people are able to possess humans. I mean, you have to remember, like, Sonozaki Shion in Mikashi Hen. She talks about the demons of the Hinamizawa people. Like, she talks about the demons of the entire area. But yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of convoluted bullshit. Like, there's no going about it. Like, the whole fucking shit is, like, complete convoluted bullshit. But just remember that, like, Takano and Keiichi are the only outsiders to have ever naturally developed the syndrome. And Takano got the vaccination, which is even... I don't know. But remember, the reason why Takano got it is because she has microorganisms in her blood. Anyways, we don't need to do this. We need to convince... You need to join me. You need to join me in convincing Jeff that we should play Umineko. You need to join me in convincing Jeff that we need to... We should not play Umineko? We should totally play Umineko. What are you talking about? Umineko's the good shit. Why you gotta... What if I convince both of you that... What if I got us a Pachi Slot version of the game? The Pachi Slot version of the game's got its own story. We could play the Pachi Slot version. I'm not going to play Trails of... Even if Ian continues to harp about how it's the greatest video game since, like... It's the modern Japanese role-playing game. I'm not playing Trails in the Sky. I refuse. I'm with you in saying that Trails in the Sky is where I draw the line. I can't... I can't play a game that will literally take 5,000 years of my... like, 300 hours?
Regularly at 7:30, in one part of the summer, after the evening train had gone by, the whippoorwills chanted their vespers for half an hour, sitting on a stump by my door, or upon the ridgepole of the house.
I just don't understand what you and Jeff wanted. Like, we're gonna get, like, it's like, it's the same reason why I don't want to watch the Justice League movie for my bad movie club. Like, it's part of this grand vision, and the incomplete nature of it is just the fucking pits. Look at all these goddamn weeds. Why? Why are there so many fucking weeds? I have not accomplished as much on this day as I would have in the other days. It's just there's nothing, there's no point. There's literally no point in playing Trails of Skies. It's like it's a multi-part journey. We would only have the fortitude of seeing like the first part 1/16 of the way. And it's just I don't fuck with that. I'm not gonna do that. You and Jeff can do it on your own.
Before
Oh,
yet
I
any
didn't want-
woodchuck or squirrel had run across the
Like,
road,
what is the appeal
or
there?
the sun had
You
got
tell
above
me,
the
what is the
shrubbery.
appeal of playing
While
like
all the dew was
1/16? It's the
I
same
began
reason
to
why
level the
like
ranks
Jeff
of
is
haughty
like
weeds in my
jokingly
bean field,
threatening
throw
me
dust
with
upon
Shenmue.
fields.
You're gonna give me like 1/15 of Yu Suzuki's Wet Dream. I veto. You guys have vetoed some of. I do feel like our next
Some brew
episode
of
should be the
still fresher
Kusoge
soil about the rose with my help.
episode. I think that's
I
actually a
disturbed
really
the
good idea.
ashes
We
of
should do
unchronicled
that.
nations who in primeval years lived under these heavens, and their small implements of war and hunting were brought to the light of this modern day.
I swear I saw an arrowhead glow over here. The fact that I'm getting penalized for running really is messing me up. It's really frustrating me. What's your Kusoge pick? What's your bad JRPG pick? Your torture. Because I'm going with Deadly Towers.
Ah, hello.
Good afternoon.
Ah, you found my home. Good for you, Henry.
Yes, I've read it.
Well, that's good. I'd hoped you would, and that it would give you
Yes, I have seen it and can get it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I look forward to it. Goodbye for now.
Oh, Arbitrary, let's go to town and get the cutscene about him lecturing about man's futility and getting arrested for tax evasion. This fucking cutscene. This might be the single
As I
greatest
walked in the
cutscene I've
woods to
seen.
See the birds and squirrels. So I walked to the village to see the men and boys.
I've ever
Instead
seen
of
my
the
entire
wind
life.
among the pines, I heard the carts rattle. In one direction from my house, there was a colony of muskrats in the river meadows.
Here come John and Henry, Mother, back from their adventures. How was it? Did the boat sail well? Did you see beyond the horizon? Oh, you both look full of good sun and stories. I can't wait to hear them all. Tell what new flowers you found blooming first.
Let me check what is the... Oh, wow. This is getting a little toasty. All right. So that looks fine. Let's now go to load game. Let's go to my old save from about a month ago. Let's go to this part of the game when it was raining. Because we've already seen this shit. Like, nobody wants to see this shit. Maybe nobody wants to see this game in general. But you and I, we want to go to uncharted waters. And by uncharted waters, I mean this fucking lake. Ah, fuck, I fucked it up. Damn it, fuck, I fucked it up again. What is this video game shit in my game about Walden? That's a big fish. Okay. 10 bean field. I forget. Where was the bean field in terms of this playthrough? Sophia's thing is way the fuck out over here, which is a little too much for me. It's a little too much. I do like the season chain in this game. I do like the change of the seasons. I think it's quite good.
Sometimes the man in the bean field heard more of travelers' gossip and comment than was meant for his ear. Beans so late, peas so late. For I continued to plant when others had begun to hoe. Does he live there?
Oh yeah.
Asks the black bonnet of the gray coat. And the hard-featured farmer reins up his grateful Dobbin to inquire.
I'm planting my beans. Let's not talk about how Thoreau really was kept afloat based off of donations he got from Emerson and his sister. No, sir. He was able to lead a self-sustained life. Yep. Totally able to keep things afloat based off of his bean plot and all the lectures that he did. Yes, sir. Nothing about this was suspect or sus. Thoreau was not sus. He was an OG. I think this might be fun for maybe 3 or 4 hours. I think legitimately we're going to get to about this point of the game where we change the seasons. I think that this might actually be an okay idea for 3 hours at most. And plus, I'll be streaming on Thursday regardless.
I went so far as to slaughter a woodchuck which ravaged my bean field, effect his transmigration, as a Tartar would say, and devour him, partly for experiment's sake.
Oh, he's talking about how he killed an animal that destroyed his bean plot, and he regretted it because nature just has no self-control, but man do!
It was a singular experience, that long acquaintance which I cultivated with beans. What with planting and hoeing and harvesting and threshing, and picking over and selling them. The last was the hardest of all, I might add, eating, for I did taste.
Oh, we're running low on firewood.
Determined to know beans.
Oh, shit. That sucks. Oh, God. How much money do we have? Can I pay my taxes now? Wait, is that another plot over there? Do I have another plot of land to fucking tend to? Because I ain't, no. No thank you. No thank you, sir. No thank you. Oh, God. I just realized that, how long was, Thoreau was in his experiment for like 3 years. Do I have to live out 3 fucking years? Is this hell? No, this is purgatory. What is this? No, this is not. We can give Thoreau. Not Thoreau. We can give Walden his book. And we can chop some wood over at Walden's place. Not Walden's place. Fucking Shit. Did he just use the word colored woman? Oh, God. I don't know, man. Maybe, change the language of that? Jesus. I don't know, man. Maybe you should have changed the language of that. Fuck. Help.
You must work more diligently on your writing, Henry. Don't be distracted with careless idles. Take care to discriminate between what
Oh,
appears
Emerson's saying,
and
yo,
what
dog,
is.
eventually you're gonna need to
What
write a
you
book,
see,
because
trust yourself.
this living in the wilderness shit ain't gonna cut it anymore.
Senses, and let nature think. Ah, you found my laws of Manu. Good for you, Henry.
Yes, I've read it.
Well, that's good. I'd hoped you would, and that it would give you inspiration.
Yes, I have seen it and can get it.
Oh, God.
That's wonderful. When you come back,
I look
Goodbye for
forward
now.
to it. Goodbye for now.
Henry, there you are.
Good afternoon.
Chop some wood. Chop some wood. Oh, God. Not the right motion. Damn it. Fucking. They're finicky just enough to where I feel like I want to punch my computer screen from time to time. There we go. Cool. Let's get rest. What do you think is the call here? 3 hours? 3 hours sounds good, right? 3 hours of Walden the game. I think that's fine, right? That sounds fine.
Every day or two, I
You
stroll
tell
to the
me.
village to hear some of the gossip which is incessantly going on there.
I could probably play
Circulating
3
either
hours
from
of this
mouth
game
to
for
mouth
charity,
or from newspaper to newspaper,
and it
which,
wouldn't kill me.
taken in homeopathic doses, was
It
really
wouldn't
as
kill me.
refreshing in its way as the rustle of
I'm not
leaves
gonna
and
be
the creak of
happy.
Frogs.
Get the lantern out. But it will not kill me. But you tell me. I'm convinced that there's some sort of sadistic glee that my audience
On
would
gala
have
days, the
watching
town
me play
fires
this.
its great guns, which echo like pop guns to these woods.
But you tell
and some
me
waves of
if you think that there's some sort of innate appeal of this. As I check one quick thing here. Sorry. But like I say, you tell me, should I play 3 hours of this for charity? I think that there's a
martial music occasionally.
this
penetrate
might
us
work.
all. When there was a military turnout of which I was ignorant,
Actually,
I have sometimes had a vague sense all the day of some sort of itching.
look at all
disease
these
on
wonderful
the horizon.
arrowheads. Enlightenment, every single one of them.
Sometimes, on Sundays, I heard the bells, the Lincoln, Acton, Bedford, or Concord bell.
I have no idea why he's gonna lecture me about,
Sweet
you know,
and, as it were, natural melody, worth importing into the wilderness.
going to church on Sundays.
life
Because I
is
seem to recall
startlingly
Thoreau was
moral.
like an agnostic.
There is never an instant's truce between virtue and vice. Goodness is the only investment that never fails.
You know, this, Emerson himself was not a perfect man. But that was by his own admission.
This is the result of my experience in raising beans. Plant the common small white bush bean about the 1st of June.
Great, we're getting
and
these
rows
lectures
3
about the
feet by
techniques of
18
planting
inches apart.
beans.
Being careful to select
Such
fresh, round, and
good
unmixed seed.
stuff.
Harvest as early as possible.
Okay,
If you would escape frost,
so we're gonna go to bed.
fair and saleable.
We're gonna go to bed. And it seems like 3 hours on Thursday. Unless I get an executive decision that maybe this is not a good idea. I'm thinking 3 hours on Thursday. Unless you disagree. Unless you're gonna pull the plug, if you're gonna cancel culture me. I want to point out that this glow for arrowheads is
There was never
way
a
harder.
traveler passed by my house or knocked at my door more than if I were the first or last man.
When it's
I
daytime.
believe that men are generally still a little afraid of the dark.
Ah, you're
where
back?
The witches are all hung.
Well,
Christianity and
while I
no
was-
man ever stood the lower in my
I'm
estimation for having a
the
patch
plan.
on his clothes.
3 hours on
And I am
Thursday
sure
sounds
that
like an
there's
appropriate
greater
amount
anxiety
of Walden a
coming
game.
to have fashionable
Would you not
or at least
agree?
clean and
Just 3
unpatched
hours.
clothes than to
Nothing,
have a
nothing
sackcloth.
serious.
Before we can adorn our houses with beautiful
That
objects,
seems like
the
a fine
walls must be
amount.
stripped, and our lives must be stripped.
I think
And
the greater
beautiful
problem is
housekeeping
that
and
not a lot
beautiful
of people will
living
join
laid
me,
for a
but I still
foundation.
kind of want to
A taste for the beautiful.
See?
is
I
most
tried to
cultivated
pick the blueberry
outdoors,
bush, and the
where
hand
there is
animation
no
showing
house
that
or
there's
no
nothing
housekeeping.
there. I need to
Interesting.
find forage for food somewhere else. I should have made some blueberry jam. Should have foraged for food. But alas, ye traveler, I done fucked it up. I done fucked up. Holy shit, that's a big one. Holy shit. Did you see how big that fish was? What the fuck? So here's the biggest problem with this game, that it feels like it's completely... Look at all this. This is some, like, Ubisoft, modern-era Assassin's Creed, like, UI bullshit. Like, look at all the things on this interface about me just living on Walden Pond and having an appreciation of Thoreau. Like, I've got multiple jobs and source of incomes. I've got multiple chopping stomps. I can find multiple ruined shelters. I can complete jobs and tasks. For what? Why? Reading rocks to read different passages of books. I gotta do Sophia's stuff. I gotta find a book. What even is this video game? What is this? At our cabin, please. At my cabin. What? Where's this letter?
Dear Henry, tomorrow I need your assistance to guide a weary traveler toward the North Star. Like yourself, he is also named Henry. I will leave
I have
my
to
instructions
assist
here at
someone
your
with the
cabin
Underground
tomorrow,
Railroad.
and they must be followed before the end of night. Most sincerely, A. Bronson Alcott.
That's the part that really messes me up.
As the sparrow had its trill, sitting on the hickory before my door, so had I my chuckle or suppressed warble which he might hear out of my nest.
Attend Beanfield. Obtain copy of Plato. Solve Sophia's riddles. What is... Okay, real talk. What is Emerson doing reading Plato? His whole jam was, like, rejecting scholasticism and finding inner peace with yourself and standing up for what's right. Like, what is Emerson and Thoreau doing reading Plato? You're talking about Mr. Establishment before the term the establishment was the thing. Plato was all about the
Who
establishment.
has not sometimes derived an inexpressible satisfaction from his food in which appetite had no share? I have been inspired through the palate that some berries which I had eaten on a hillside had fed my genius. He who distinguishes the true savor of his food can never be a glutton. He who does not cannot be otherwise.
Okay. Where's this copy of Plato? I have to go all the way to... That cliff is gonna be the death of me. You called Plato a shithead and my auto mod said, nah, man. No. You don't insult Plato. He's the real OG.
To read well, that is, to read true books in a true spirit, is a noble exercise, and one that will task the reader more than
I
any
like
exercise which the
Plato
customs of the day
basically
esteem.
writing a book about democracy
Requires
and then
training
like,
such as the athletes underwent,
or the Republic and
steady
saying,
intention
also
almost of
fuck
whole life
the
to the
poor
subject.
people.
Books must be read as deliberately
Republic
and
is the best way to
assertively as they
oppress
would.
poor people. You heard it here first. Like, at least he was honest about that shit. Seriously? Automod doesn't like the term ding-dong? Since when? It's a beloved hostess treat. God, I'm gonna have to walk all the way back. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! What the fuck are you doing here? What the fuck? They realized you might get exhausted,
I had
so...
more visitors while I lived in the woods than at any other period in my life. I mean that I had some. I had withdrawn so far within the great
What the
oceans.
fuck, man?
You found my Plato. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about men's blindness to truth and the allegory of the cave.
Jim Cummings just decided to go camping.
Yes, I've read it.
That's good. I'd hoped you would, and that it would give you
He needs me to
inspiration.
find the Bhagavad
Your
Gita?
own experiment is much like that of the man who leaves the cave and goes into the light, don't you think?
Yes.
Okay,
I have
nope,
seen
nope,
it and
no,
condemned
no,
it.
no, yeah, sure.
wonderful.
Yep, I look forward to it.
Goodbye for now. Interesting.
Oh, we got the boat. Oh, shit. Well, this is, sure, I guess. What? What even is this? What? Oh God, we're low on everything now. Okay.
Interesting.
What? Journal. Where do I want to go? I want to go to Emerson's Cliff, but I don't know what it says. Go to the cove. I don't know which cove is the correct cove because it's not on the map. This is not at all helpful. It doesn't have the... Cancel. This one? I think it was this one. No. Go to Little Cove. Go... I have to hit enter. I can't click it. Oh, God. This is the worst. How is it that the fast travel system is somehow worse than just walking to the location? This is taking forever. How is this in any way convenient? Help. What? That wasn't even the best cove to go to for the fucking thing. But I didn't know, because it's just a pain in the ass. The map is bad. The map is really bad. It's not my fault. This is a bad video game. This is bad. They should have got a game designer, like Cliffy B should have been the lead designer of this. Where's this fucking puzzle with Sophia? Oh, my house isn't green. I have to fix it. And it's collapsing. Oh no. I need to repair my clothes and my shelter then. Uh-oh, I'm running low on food. And I haven't tended to my bean field either. I'm gonna get a fail state. I'm gonna fail throw. Fail my quest of enlightenment. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So, like, any... part of Thoreau's life? Is his sister just gonna bail him out? Oh, God, this map is the worst. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. Where's your shit? Oh, we gotta just go up a little bit more. Is there food here? Sure is. That looks like bread, I think.
Here's a cap to keep you
Here's a
warm.
cap to keep you
And
warm and
another
another
riddle
riddle to keep you thinking.
At the very edge of the Walden Wood, and grove of
I have
sweet
thought about it.
fruit.
I have thought about it.
Find me, you should, before
This-
the leaves turn.
This might be the next episode of ZP Made Me Do It. I'm gonna die? I think I'm gonna die.
To be a philosopher is not merely to have subtle thoughts, nor even to found a school, but so to love wisdom as to live according to its dictates. A life of simplicity, independence, magnanimity, and trust. It is to solve some of the problems of life.
There
not
was
only
another arrowhead.
theoretically,
Where was the other
practically.
arrowhead? There it is.
A lake is the landscape's most beautiful and expressive feature. It is Earth's eye, looking into which the beholder measures
I'm
the
done.
depth of his own nature.
Can we... Oh, you know what? I think we're good. I think that's an hour and 15 minutes of throw. I think that's let's keep people wanting more. Let's keep people wanting more. As we no comment. Give me a minute. I have to change. Oh no, it's gonna do an echo thing. Okay, give me a minute. Oh no, you're gonna hear an echo. Okay, give me a minute. You're gonna hear an echo. Do not freak out over the echo. Do not freak out over the echo. It's just a part of the process of me being complete amateur hour over here. So Final Fantasy II. It's a game that I will be playing for 2 hours. No, wait, not 2 hours. 10 hours. God, how I wish it was 2 hours. Oh my God, I wish it was 2 hours. But, I think I didn't I change the name of the stream should now say Final Fantasy 2. I don't want to be streaming Final Fantasy 2 on the Walden stream. Thoreau would not approve of the random bullshit that is Final Fantasy 2. So, I made a mistake. You guys are going to see that maybe this is not the most legal stream in human creation, so you're not seeing any of this. You're not. That was legal copy of Final Fantasy II, my man. Problem is with said legal copy, I'm using a retro tink. Is that yeah, why is there a mouse cursor on my screen whenever I try to stream this game? Great question. Legal. It's a legal copy of Final Fantasy II, which was definitely translated into English on its native NES technology. Not gonna even lie, I was actually controlling the game using the control scheme of Walden and wondering why I wasn't able to get through this. I still don't know who this guy's name is. It just got really dark in here. So how about this? How about we do 2 goes of this? 2 solid goes of Final Fantasy II. When I die, stream ends after the second time. I've not had any luck. Holy shit, did I just survive a turn of the Dark Knights? I did. Wow, I've never had that happen. I've never had every character survive an entire turn of the Dark Knights. I've never had that happen. I've never had my character survive for this long. I know that Maria has advantage rolls on taking hits because she's in the back row. But even then, she should not be avoiding damage that well. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. This is bad, this is bad. I am miserable and sad. I pressed the shift key in hopes that it would let my character move faster. And then it didn't do that, and now I am sad because it didn't do it. I should have played the same version as Chino. Shut up! You're right. But haven't you heard of ever don't beat a dead horse? The horse is dead and it's full of maggots. Damn it. I was only like maybe 5 inputs away from getting to 100. Okay, kill 1 hornet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to attack the top horn, or bomb hornet, sure. So you said you didn't want to play, like, Romancing Saga? Can I get an official stance from you as to why you're gonna veto us playing Romancing Saga? Okay, you would not be opposed to playing Romancing Saga. Okay. OG Game Boy Saga? Less so. Okay, so you can compromise. But what about this? We play that as like a side topic. And then transition to a real full-fledged discussion about Romancing Saga. Okay, so at that point, Maria should get her weapon level up, and Guy's the only one who's going to get a roll on HP. And he didn't! Yeah, but everything on Switch is expensive. Oh! She can now just kill herself if she crits. I was not prepared for that. The entire turn order system in this game is so goddamn ass backwards. I just don't understand it. So you're gonna attack yourself, you're gonna attack yourself, and you're gonna attack the Hornet? Nope, you're gonna miss. Okay, that's not that terrible. Oh! You're gonna kill yourself. Apparently. That's less cool, let's just say. Yeah, I think that the first one shot, and I think you were gone as we were talking about. I like the Kusoge episode. I think we should definitely do a Kusoge episode. Wizardry 4 would be a good one shot. I'm trying to think if there's a JRPG one shot that we could do. Quest 64 would be a legit one shot episode. What is yeah, that's the problem. I'm having a hard time thinking of a good JRPG one shot. Okay, so Guy's HP went up. Oh, and Furion's HP went up. No, did it? No, it didn't. Oh. He starts at 40. Because I think you and I can think of plenty of one-shot CRPGs. It's just coming up with... No. It's coming up with one-shot JRPGs that I had a hard time with. OG Dragon Quest. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. OG Dragon Quest is something, because I don't think we're going to finish OG Dragon Quest. I think we'll do what I was predicting with OG Dragon Quest, which is we're all going to go like, oh yeah, this game's like surprisingly competent for a game of this era. I don't want to play any more of it. What's a good... like a good topic? Like, I'm trying to think of something like Ultima 1 or Ultima 4, where like that was the, for me, Ultima 4 was like the perfect definition of a one-shot episode. Like, we were never ever going to even get remotely close to finishing it. I hate to say it, but we might be able to do Baldur's Gate 1 as a one-shot. I know you're gonna fight me on that, but I don't think we need to finish all of Baldur's Gate 1. You might fight me on that? Alright. I just think that it's gonna be... Baldur's Gate 1's nice, but not in a world where 2 exists. How about Neverwinter 1? Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Wow, you wrote a lot about why we should play all of Baldur's Gate 1. I respect it. I just don't find it to be that compelling in comparison to our other, like, D&D stand-ins from a seer. Like, we're not gonna play all of Neverwinter 1. Like, so if we're not gonna play all of Neverwinter 1, then what is the motivation of playing all of Baldur's Gate 1? Like, it's the same argument. That's what I'm trying to point out. It's the same argument as to why we wouldn't play all of... But Baldur's Gate 1 literally has one of the worst starting hub worlds ever. I killed myself. Fucking A! Ugh, I didn't predict that the snakes would kill me. Shit. I'm not saying that Baldur's Gate is bad. I'm saying that, like, the start of that game is rough. And it's even worse in 2, if we're being perfectly honest. You really can't do any damage to yourself. I need to continue to harp on this over and over again. You really can't attack yourself until you're down to just one enemy. Jesus. God damn it. So that's one. This is the last run. And like that, I know you will fight me on it, but like that pseudo Thaco system in Baldur's Gate 2 is so ass backwards. It's gonna frustrate Jeff. It's literally gonna make Jeff eat his own eyeballs. Here's what I want to do. This is a hint about something I'm gonna subject Gino to. Okay, Google. What is the greatest CRPG ever made?
Role-playing video games frequently mentioned on the web include Planescape, Torment, Pillars
Okay.
of Eternity, Dragon
Sure.
Age, Origins, and others.
You put Dragon Age Origins as your top 3, Google? You put Pillars of Eternity instead of Original Sin 2? Who hurt you, Google? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, Google. What is the greatest BioWare game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age, Inquisition, Mass Effect 3, and
It has Mass Effect 3 above Knights of the Old Republic. And it has Dragon Age Inquisition as the CRPG instead of anything with Baldur's Gate. That's wrong. That's fucking wrong. Okay, Google. What is the best Square Enix video game ever made? It's gonna say Final Fantasy VII.
video games frequently mentioned on the web include Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII, and others.
In what universe? In what universe are you having Chrono Trigger 7 Remake and then 7? Pick your 7. I knew it was gonna say 7 though. I knew it. 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 Okay. Who's a legendary CRPG developer that they're probably... Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. Okay, Google. What is the best Larian Studios video game ever made?
Here's information from the gamer.
Divinity 2 Flames of Vengeance, Divinity 2 Ego Draconis, and then Divinity Beyond Divinity. Nope. That's not the right answer. That's not even close. Okay, Google. What is the best Troika video game ever made?
Here's what I found.
Nope, you lost the plot. You thought Troika was trivia. Bad Google. Bad Google. Okay, Google. What is the best Bethesda video game ever made? It's gonna say Skyrim.
Here is information from Screen Rant.
Okay, so you went with Skyrim as number 1, Fallout 4 as number 2, and for whatever fucking reason, you decided that Fallout New Vegas is number 3 when that's clearly a... Not a Bethesda game. That's not... No, that's not the correct choice. Ooh, here's a good one. Okay, Google. What is the best class in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition? It's gonna say Paladin.
Here is information from Dicebreaker.
You went with Arcane Trickster Rogue? No. No, it's not. Arcane Trickster's good. But is it really better than Gloomstalker? Rogue Ranger Hybrid? What is your number 2, Google? Path of the Totem Warrior Barbarian? No. Technically, if you're talking about mono damage. Sure, but you have no AoE option. What's your number 3? College of Lore Bard. Yeah, if you're a basic bitch. If you're a basic bitch, that's the correct answer. Let's get an executive decision. And that's a reasonable... This is not a bad top 3. Arcane Trickster 1, Path of the Totem Warrior Barbarian 2, College of Lore Bard. That's not a bad top 3. Stop causing me to need to fix the auto mod. College of Lore is probably the best of those 3, though. The most powerful of those 3. Okay. Let's do the inverse. Okay, Google. What are the worst classes in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition?
summary from the gamer. 10 worst subclasses in Dungeons and Dragons. 1. One School of Transmutation, Wizard. 2.
Sure.
2 The Undying, Warlock. 3.
Yeah, I
Three
agree.
Way of the Four Elements, Monk. 4. 4 Nature Domain, Cleric. 5.
No.
5 Oath of Glory, Paladin,
No.
and more.
No. Even a bad paladin is better than a warlock. What are you talking about? What? Okay, I do agree with School of Transmutation Wizard #1. That's definitely up there. That's definitely up there. The Undying Warlock, yeah, everything Warlock is in that conversation. The Way of the Four Elements Monk. It's the worst monk, but is it really a top 5 worst class? Or I could be convinced if we want to say that the monk is underpowered. Nature Domain of the Cleric. I mean, you get to talk to animals. You get a lot of advantage rolls for perception. Oath of Glory Paladin. That's bullshit. A bad paladin is still better than a good warlock. I will die on that fucking hill. Fight me. Like the College of Whispers with the bard I would put in there. Now I need to ask Google another question. This I actually do feel like I feel good about this question. I feel like I have my answer to this question. Okay, Google. What is the best class to play in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition as your first?
According to Mythcreants, moving on to the first decent class on this list, we have the Rogue.
Ah.
Its first problem is
Ah.
no combat ability. The class is
Yeah.
completely reliant on
Yeah,
its sneak.
Rogue is the correct choice. You got me, Google. You picked the right choice. Oh, I have a good question. I would say fighter would also be in the conversation. But fighters are boring. Okay, Google. What is the best Dungeons and Dragons video game?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Neverwinter, Dungeons and Dragons Online, Planescape, Torment, and others.
You went with Neverwinter 1 instead of Neverwinter 2? In what universe? Dungeons and Dragons Online? Yeah, sure. The people who like that game are crazy people. Planescape Torment, I'm okay with that. it decided to go with Baldur's Gate 2 instead of Icewind Dale on this list. I guess that's the correct choice, but it doesn't feel right. Okay, Google. What is the strongest class in Pathfinder 2nd edition?
Here is information from the gamer.
You went with Scald. Why? You put Scald over Druid and Wizard. How? No. 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 Scalds are fun, but they're not better than Slayers or Inquisitors. Now I know the SOE is not going to be kind to Google, so let me ask this. Okay, Google. What is the best wizardry game ever made? It's going to say, hey. It's thinking.
According to RPG Codex, what is the best wizardry game? Wizardry. Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. Wizardry 2. The Knight of Diamonds.
You just gave me a
Wizardry 3,
chronological order.
Legacy of Lilgamen.
You just
Wizardry
gave me.
ID,
You're just
The
gonna
Return
say.
of Werdna.
You just gave me a
Wizardry V,
chronological
Heart of
order.
the Maelstrom.
Oh no! Wait, here it is.
Wizardry V,
Stop.
Bane of the
Stop.
Cosmic Forge.
Stop.
Wizardry 7. Crusaders of the Dark Savant. and
Oh,
Wizardry
actually, okay. No. Wait. You read it in reverse order. So it said 8, then 7. It went with 8 instead of 7? And I don't hate it. I respect it. That's a scrappy answer. It's the wrong answer. It's the wrong answer. But it's the contrarian answer. Okay. Okay, Google. What is the best Ultima game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Ultima IV, Quest of the Avatar, Ultima 7, The Black Gate, Ultima V, Warriors of Destiny, and others.
It went with Ultima 4 over 7. 7's the correct choice, Ultima. You're just trying to be some sort of hipster, fucking cultured person on the internet, and you went with 4. 7 is better. 5 is even better than 4. And you included Ultima Underworld on your list, which, no, you can't do that. That's not allowed. That's illegal. Give me a franchise where you want to see what Google thinks. Because I think Dragon Quest, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Google. What is the best Dragon Quest video game ever made? It's gonna say 12 or 7.
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Dragon Quest XI, Dragon Quest III, Dragon Quest VIII, and
You're a
others.
hype beast, Google. You're a hype beast. You went with 11? You woke up like yesterday when you started playing Dragon Quest game. You picked 3. And you picked 8 over 5, which I was not predicting. But you're definitely, you fell into the hype train. You picked 11 as number 1. I don't agree, Google. I don't agree at all. Three is the classic pick, and then 8 over 5 is a wild pick. Probably 5. We would probably play 5. I'm trying to think of other things that I'm interested to see what Google thinks. Oh, we can go by developer. Okay, Google. What is the best Pokemon video game ever made? The answer's silver and gold. It's thinking. Silver and gold's the correct answer.
Here is information from Esquire.
Yep. It said gold and silver and then red and blue. It then put Pokemon Go as number 3 over... over Emerald. Which that's a choice. And it also put Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire over Emerald, which is also a choice. I guess you could say that, like, Pokemon Go might be the most important Pokemon game made in the past, like, 20 years. Like, it might secretly be the most important Pokemon video game short of Red and Blue. And it's not even a contest, which is the weird thing. Oh, man. He could kill himself. You're both gonna cure all magic. Let's do developers now. What is the best Peter Molyneux video game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include GODUS,
Goddess?
Populous, and others.
You went with Goddess over Dungeon Keeper and Populous? What are you smoking? I would have taken at least black and white. Okay, Google. What is the greatest adventure game ever made? It's gonna call Zelda an adventure game, which is bullshit.
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Grim Fandango,
Okay.
Day of the Tentacle, Beneath the Steel Sky, and others.
No, Beneath the Steel Sky is not in that conversation. Beneath the Steel Sky is important, but I would not have picked that over Maniac Mansion or like Monkey Island 2 or 1, or like even the Indiana Jones games or Sam and Max. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Google, what is the best point-and-click adventure game?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include The Secret of Monkey Island,
Yes.
Day of the Tentacle, Thimbleweed Park, and others.
SOE gave Thimbleweed Park, of all the modern point-and-click adventure games, that's the one that gets the search engine optimization? But Secret of Monkey Island, yes. Day of the Tentacle, maybe. I would take it over Maniac Mansion, but I think I would have given Day of the Tentacle spot to Grim Fandango. And I'm not a huge Grim Fandango fan. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Okay, let's actually play the rest of this. You're gonna attack that. You're going to heal yourself. You're going to heal yourself. Yeah, that's a good point. See, they went with the Google hard prefers LucasArts game, which I'm a Sierra kid, so I guess I didn't do it, but I've just come to terms with the fact that people prefer those Sierra games. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? If we play Quest for Glory, I am insisting that we finish. It's literally one of the easiest to play classic CRPG games. Like, that entire franchise took pride in how it was accessible to people who were not used to playing CRPGs. And I think that shows in a really good, like, heartwarming way how much effort they put into making sure that Quest for Glory was an accessible entry-level game experience for people who are not accustomed to its mechanics. I am 100% down with playing Quest for Glory. I absolutely think that's a great pick. Yeah, and it's one of the better genre blend jobs ever. Although we would agree, you and I, that the greatest genre blender job is by far King of Dragon Pass. I mean, Quest for Glory, it's not even fair to compare it to King King of Dragon Pass. I got absolutely no health bonus on that one, so that's lame. But no, I mean, King of Dragon Pass is greater than Quest for Glory because it blends all of the genres into one package. And no game can even come close to its genre per video game package. It really is not fair to Quest of Glory to compare it to King of Dragon Pass, but also it is just worth mentioning if we are priding on how a game can have more than one, but all of it like a buffet of genres. King of Dragon Pass is the greatest. Yeah, it's one of the greatest video games that people don't know about. More people should play King of Dragon Pass. Yeah. Film Twitter is almost as bad as sports Twitter. Oh! You're just gonna die. Okay. Furion actually could do critical damage on himself and he could die? Oh, thank God. Oh, but Guy did critical damage to himself and that Hornet could have killed him if he hit it. Well, okay then. We're just, Cavalcade of Dark Pain here. Oh, cool. We're going to a battle with a character with 4 health points. That's not good. Oh, cool. Our healer here only has leveled up once, and she just got 5 points to her health. Awesome. I really don't want to do this, but we're going to do this. I can't go into a battle with just 4 health points. Even I'm not that dumb. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Hopefully they didn't ambush. Thank goodness they didn't ambush. I'm probably only going to go for another 8 or 9 minutes. Because much to my surprise, we did not die. Okay. 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 Ah, cool, you're gonna miss. Ah, cool. So we're gonna get 0 rolls. Cool. Great. How much gold do we have? 100. Cool. We can't afford shit. Boy. This is, no bueno. Mm-mm. Oh, everyone's missing. Cool. Cool. Yes. You hit? Cool. That's not what I wanted. I forget if... I'm pretty sure... Oh, okay. Okay, alright, Maria. Maria. Oh, Maria. You leveled up your health twice and you just got 10 points. Kill me now. Crit damage. Cool. Awesome. There we go. Now we can start getting where we need to be with this game of pain. Pure pain. I hate how much of this game I've played. Attack yourself, I guess. Oh, it's gonna flee. Oh, God. Please tell me someone got an HP roll. Okay, Furion. Maria. Okay. This is pretty good. This is not bad. Where are we at with our money? 124. We might actually be able to afford a cure spell. Crazy, I know. We're actually doing well. Oh, shit. Ah, see? Characters are so good in their levels that the enemies are running away. That is a good sign. So we're going to get some money there, but it is unfortunate because that was a real good opportunity for us to pop some spells. I would like to have more than 10 MP with our characters. We definitely need to cure Maria. And I'm going to cure all with Guy. You just never know with this game's turn order being as fucked as it is. Okay, what's another... important video game franchise? Oh. I bet you if we ask for Zelda, it's gonna pick Breath of the Wild. Let's find out. It's definitely gonna pick Breath of the Wild. Okay, Google. What is the greatest Legend of Zelda video game ever made? So gonna go with...
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time,
Oh!
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, The Legend of Zelda, and others.
Okay. I picked Ocarina of Time over Breath of the Wild. I'm impressed. I'm not sure why you went with OG Zelda. I would have taken Link to the Past. And for whatever goddamn reason, it went with Majora's Mask over Link to the Past. That's wrong. I don't care if you like Majora's Mask. It's not better than Link to the Past. Okay, Google, what is the greatest Mario Brothers game ever made?
Super Mario World. According to business,
You just hard went with Super Mario Bros. Not even a list.
very best
Wow.
Super Mario game ever made.
I agree with you, but to not even put Mario Bros. 3 in the conversation, that's mad disrespectful. That's mad disrespectful, Google. And let's do one more. Okay, Google. What is the greatest Nintendo video game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario 64, Tetris, and others.
Wait, you went with Ocarina of Time as the best Zelda game, and then said Breath of the Wild is the best Nintendo game. And then you went with Super Mario World as the best Mario game, and then put Mario 64 as your second favorite Nintendo game. And then Tetris should be in that list. You're a mystery, Google. Sometimes I think about you, and I wonder to myself, how can I be so as elusive and aloof as you? We got another turn, we can sneak another one in. Okay, Google. What is the greatest horror video game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Silent Hill, Dead Space, Alien, Isolation, and others.
Who picks Alien Isolation as the third best? And you went with Silent Hill 1 instead of Silent Hill 2. Why? And I kind of respect your disrespect of Resident Evil. I'm okay with that. I'm low-key okay with that. Really? 69, nice. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get any damage rolls or HP rolls. Nope. We just got MP. I don't hate it. I don't like it. But I don't like it. Ugh, this encounter. Let's try another one. Okay, Google. What is the best science fiction video game ever made?
Video games frequently mentioned on the web include Halo, Combat Evolved, BioShock,
What?
Dead Space,
Eh.
and others.
Dead Space should be in that list. BioShock is not science fiction. System Shock would be science fiction. Half-Life would be science fiction. I would even be okay with you having, like, Star Wars video games on that. BioShock is not science fiction. Sign my petition. Damn it. Got unlucky on that one, too. I'm gonna predict that one of these goblins runs away. And they are not. So we'll kill the goblin. Oh no. Oh god, that could have been bad. Wow. 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 I'm actually totally fine with Firion missing. Oh, I thought I had you cure up a cure spell. If Guy does not get a health roll, I'm gonna get very angry. This is an okay party. But you know what? We're hitting the 2 hour and 30-minute mark, and I'm realizing that I really don't need to play this. I really don't. I've proven that this stream works. And, 3 hours? 3 hours sounds fine. 3 hours of Walden the game. Oh, wait, is there a weird... Why is there a weird... Oh, I forgot to close out on this shit. Oops. Well, that's an oopsie whoopsie. I made a poopsie. Otherwise, my blog of advertising my stream will go up sometime tomorrow. I seem to have hit an impasse in terms of collecting donations, so I got to whip up some support. You're currently selling M on JoJo? Yeah, the new season of JoJo got announced. My problem with JoJo is that the bad seasons of JoJo sure are boring. They're not bad. Star Ocean. Look, okay, look. You ask me, what is my favorite JoJo villain? Ask me the question. Ask me, what is my favorite villain in JoJo history? And you might think that it's Dio. But it's actually Funny Valentine. Because you know what? If I want a fucking good time, I want to watch Funny Valentine. Cars is boring as fuck. Get the fuck out of there with that shit. Give me Funny. Give me Funny Valentine. All right. So, I think I'm good. I think we're good. I think we're good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But there is an element of JoJo just being this male-dominant power fantasy that hopefully this new season addresses. And also, Joseph Joestar is probably the least interesting of the protagonists in the franchise. But Cars is just boring as fuck. Like, I would take Dio and Kira over Cars. Dio and his vampire head. Joseph Joestar is good when he gets old. But when he's young, he's not so good. Jonathan Joestar is boring. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Agree, disagree. What you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna sign off. This test went pretty well. It is, as I like to say, it is what it is. You know? What are you gonna do? All right. With that note, peace.